Kura team, and welcome back to another First Look First Hour. Now, this is an interesting one, and this was passed my way thanks to my good friend and fellow broadcaster, Mr. C Money at Gaming with Distractions, who will be linked below. And it came on special, so I scrimped and saved all my pennies. It's on special for a couple of weeks. So, in the absence of City Skylines 2, and if you've had enough of City Skylines, this might be the kind of game for you. Although this doesn't focus on city building, it only focuses on transport building. Now, there is a couple of things to note, one of which is that we have mods. We have mods. There's not many games that do have mods. Farm Simulator has mods, but this seems to have mods, and it seems to have a lot of mods under different things. So there's 274 of them here. I don't know. With the auto line namers, sounds like it's probably useful. You got additional vehicles, obviously, that you can look at. I guess in terms of sorting, I don't know. Sort by popularity. This has got 99% thumbs up, 100% thumbs up, and I suppose this goes down. Nah, most of them have got 100% thumbs up. So I don't. This is by rating. So yeah. So look, there are a lot of mods. And this is only the first page. So I guess it goes further down. So you can sort these and have a look at these, and there's a variety of different things. So it's always good to get different kinds of mods in, because they give you more options, which is jolly good. You have a map editor. I'm not going to get started on that because that's probably an advanced thing that you probably want to get into. And there's seeds here, which is pretty good because it means usually that if you are, say, doing a friendly competition with your buddy, you can copy the seeds over and generate the same map, etc., etc. And there's a whole load of things there which I did a bit of background research into, and I will have a chat about that. There's free game, which is essentially, as it says, it's like a sandbox mode where you just go out and you just try and see what you can do and mess around, and you can edit the scale of the maps. So you can go up to like very large maps if you want to get involved in like a really long gameplay and you want to make it good. You can have number of towns, you can have a high number of towns, you can have a low number of towns, industries, a high number of industries, and hilliness. I like that, hilliness. It could be more hilly, less hilly, more water, less water, more forest, less forest. That's sort of the situation. Maybe you want, because water you obviously have to cross with bridges, and possibly tunnels. I don't know if you can do tunnels, but there's obviously that kind of thing. So there's a whole bunch of stuff there that you can get involved in, and then there is the campaign, which, as it says here, portrays key milestones in the history of transportation as vividly. They also deal with dark chapters where the curse are never supposed to be downplayed, etc., etc. So that's
mankind is
fine. No, let's go away from that because you're talking to me. We will do a little campaign as part of our first hour and see how we go. But what is this? What is this game? While we're looking at this game, what is this game? Well, it's a transport simulator game where you have to link commodities generators with commodity purchasers. Now, I use the word commodities, but commodities in this case may also include people. So in that regard, there's a variety of different commodities that are produced on the map, and you need to find out where they are most in demand, and you need to decide how you are going to get those goods from one place to the other. Now, as far as I know, there's also a progression in time. So you will have seen from the map editor that the starting year can be as low as 1850 and as high as 2000. Now, if you do that, as far as I understand it, when you go down or when you go through time, I think is it custom settings on? And then you have a look at custom settings, which is here in the advanced settings. I believe that there is no. I did a little bit of research on this, but I think that it vehicles no end year. Yeah, that's it. So as time progresses, some vehicles will become obsolete, like horse-drawn carriages, for example, or early kinds of trucks replaced with new kinds of trucks. Steam trains replaced with diesel trains replaced with electric trains, and so on and so forth. So there are ways to do all that and have a whole load of fun with that. So that is essentially what we are looking at in terms of the game. But enough flibber flabber. Let's get stuck into the first hour with the campaign and let's see what it looks like, shall we?
Mankind is constantly creating amazing new inventions. Get involved in rapid technological progress and ensure smoothly running transportation in different regions of the world. America, in the midst of the 19th century. In the Nevada Territory, where until recently only a handful of buffalo grazed, nowadays it's all hustle and bustle. Beyond the Sierra and near the Carson River, gold has been found. There's supposed to be loads of it. All you need to do is dig it up. Anyone who keeps at it hard enough will be richly rewarded. What a splendid opportunity.
Let's get stuck in that, eh? The narrator has a very interesting accent. Very interesting accent. Shades of Irish or something in there. It's all good. So here we are. So we're starting out with something really simple.
Welcome to uncharted territory, newcomer. Want to get rich? Then you're in just the right place. Gold rush fever holds sway in Virginia City. And you lucky devil, you've won the mining rights for a promising claim in a poker game at the Red Dog Saloon. Soon you'll be hauling out gold nuggets as big as a cat's head. Thanks to cleverness and luck at cards, you have a gold mine all your own. The former owner, a gal at the saloon by the name of Susie, who plays a lousy hand of poker, already took care of the groundwork. And, a practical woman, she left the necessary equipment behind, too. Now all you have to do is to find the mine. Get an overview and find out where the riches lie.
Yes, okay. And what are the bonus tests? Nothing so far. Right, so right stick for tilt camera angle and rotate camera angle, obviously. That's truck depot. This is our little town. Zoom in and zoom out. R2? Yeah. This this looks well heeled for a small gold rush town. It's not what I expected. Anyway, let's not split hairs at the fact that it's got what it's got. Forestry. So that's the forestry side of things. How far out can we go? Woo! We can go far. Right. So here we are. So we got Virginia City, and I think our mine is down there. Carson City, Morewood, and Reno. So we're going to have to connect these things eventually. So we need to have a look. So this is our mine here. Select the mine with the inspector. Okay. Is that a person? Is it L3? Context help. No, that's just context help. That's options, which is not it. That's not it. That's not it. Select link and option. Locate. I'm there. Oh no. Let's go back to paused. So L1 and R1 do that. Close the mission window with circle. You can do it with L1. The inspector. Sorry, we needed to get rid of that. We just need to get the inspector is circle. Okay, so this is our mine. You can see that's our mine. You can see that's a mine timber supply, the Virginia City truck, buildings. So, inspector, let's have a look.
What a promising claim. Even though only a few boulders have been mined so far, that's no reason to lose heart. You'll just have to dig deeper. You ought to get hold of some solid timber from the nearby forest, so that the fine shaft doesn't cave in. The beams will be excellent for stabilizing the tunnel. Build a station where the horse carts can be packed with logs.
Okay. So, right. So we need to build. So you need to build next to your producers. This forest is a producer. So next to your producers, you need to build, stations that can load up. So that's what we're at. So what we need to do is we need to go to down here at the bottom. You can see we've got X for road. It doesn't. I don't have a choice at the minute, so I can't select those other things. So that's what it wants me to do. It wants me to have a look at buildings. And obviously it's not letting me select anything else, but this is the station, and it wants me to do it here. The key with this is that provided that the station is showing white connection to where you want it to be, I think it will work. I don't think it's working on this one in particular because it's... Yeah, it is. You see, if we're too far away, that's no way it's going to pick up from the forest. But it could pick up there. You could pick up over there. But the game won't let us. So at this stage, we just need to put it where we need to put it. So let's put it where we need to put it, which is there. It obviously comes with a cost. We have $9,995,054 in our account. So bada boom.
Explain to the sort of thick-skulled driver which route he should take.
That's a bit unfair. Begging your pardon. So, right, once you've dropped something down, you need to build a route, or a line, as they call it. So you need to, quote-unquote, explain to the thick-skulled driver what's happening. So you'll see down there at the bottom, we have a line manager. So what we need to do is we need to create a new line. And what we need to do is we need to start at this station, and we need to go to, this is not showing you at all, we need to go to here, I do believe.
Now, right? There's got to be a small depot to park the horse-drawn carts too.
Now, that's true. So the issue here is that that's fine. We have now created a line, and if you click on the line manager, you can see that the route is going from Virginia City Annex to the Virginia City Truck Station, which hopefully will do the job. I mean, I'm guessing that's what it's going to do. You can rename the line, which is great, because after a while, obviously, if you're doing a big game, you're going to have lots and lots of different transport lines. And you see here, we've got a railroad, which eventually will connect into, no doubt. And that's going to take us off further, but let's not get into that right now. But having a line is not enough, because a line is just a theoretical construct, right? You actually need trucks. So if you move along to here where there's the road, you need to build a depot for trucks. So this is our depot. They want us to put the depot here. You can put the depot anywhere. You know, it doesn't matter. There are some tips and tricks that I learnt along the way when I was doing my research about trains and depots and trams and things, but let's not worry about that. But for trucks, you probably don't want your depot miles away, because then when your trucks come out of the depot, they've got a long journey. But we have to put it here, so we're putting it here.
Everything's all set. Now all you have to do is to get hold of a cart to transport the wood.
Right. And that's fine. So now we've got a depot, which is great. But we need to decide what vehicles we're going to use from our depot. So I think we have to go to, let me see now. Is it the inspector? We need to buy a vehicle. Yes. So these are the two vehicles that we can buy. And as you can see, they come with a number of things. So we've got a horse-drawn carriage Does 18 kilometers per hour. It's powered by horse, 1 horsepower, I assume. It's 1 kilowatt. Ta-da! Capacity 4. I guess that's cargo. No, cargo type people, right? So it only takes people, and it has a loading speed. Emissions. I guess emissions is probably comes in later with a variety of things. It weighs 1 ton. It was built in 1850. It will work between 1850 and 1905. Lifespan of 7 years, so it will degrade, and over 7 years you'll need a new one. You can buy them for $23,890, and it will cost you $3,982 per year to run. That won't work for us because we want to shift wood, so we have to go to this one, the American horse-drawn carriage. 18 k's, 2 horses, can carry 4 wood. Weighs 1.5 tons. Lifespan of only 3 years, but this is all we got. It's going to cost us the same amount of money, so that's fine. So we have to buy it.
A sturdy vehicle.
But we only just bought one.
Get
so
started.
bear in mind, that's just one. So we'll just start with one. And it says you need to allocate the horse to the line. So now you've been through all of this, you still have to go, and you have to go to your vehicle manager, which is down here. Select your vehicle. And you'll see over there it says R1 is flashing, and you need to set the line. We only have one line, so we're setting it to line 1.
It won't be long before it's possible to dig deeper. Well then, good luck.
Right. You see we're on pause down at the bottom, so we need to hit R3, and we'll watch time progress, shall we? So here we are. Here's our little horse and cart. This is regular play speed. He's wearing a top hat. he seems a bit overdressed, which is fine. And the horses are pouncing along, which is all well and good. And you can see that we've got wood stacking up here. So you can see that it's stacking up. So the producer is producing at the rate that it's producing, and he's coming along, and he's going to pick up. Let's see how much he picks up. I don't think he picks up the long stuff. I think he picks up the small stuff. So if you have a look here, let's see how many disappear. Should be 4. Oh yeah, no, he's taken off. So there you go. So he should be loaded up. I'd like to be able to have a look at him, but I don't know how to do that. Maybe we can use Inspector. Where'd you go? So there you go. So he's loaded with 4 logs. He's traveling at 16 k's per hour. This is all of the details about him, how long he's been working. The value of the vehicle is ticking down and ticking down. The other stuff, you got some running costs and some income on this. So he's off to do his thing. Now, quite obviously, we need more. We do have money to buy more. So what we might do is we might buy, let's say, 2 more. You can see down at the bottom we got 1, 2. Let's buy 3. Let's just buy 3, shall we? And that will be fine. So that's all right. So then we need to go back to our vehicle manager, and we have over there we have vehicle 2, vehicle 3, and vehicle 4, which is fine, and we will allocate them all to that line. They'll all come out at once. You know, which is okay. If you feel the need to stagger, you feel the need to stagger. But I think there's going to be way plenty wood going on. Now you can speed this up, so I think we can. Can we add? Oh, there was a tip on that, was there? Yeah, there it is. You hold R3 to go quicker. So this is as quickety quick as it goes. So let's see these guys. They're queuing to load up. Yeah, they're taking plenty.
Not everything that glitters is gold. Maybe your poker partner was sharper than you thought. Despite all the hardship, the mine only brings in a few chunks of silver ore. At best, you ought to get rid of it before it ruins you. Luckily, you greenhorns constantly get stranded in Virginia City, who you can peddle that confounded pit to for good money. So, you got rid of the silver mine for a decent amount.
Did I?
Time to invest this money in a lucrative venture. And there's an excellent opportunity. All the ore from the mine must be transported to the silver mills down by the river. A railroad that takes over the transport would be a promising venture.
I see. So it's railroad. We want to get into railroads. Now, this doesn't mean that our line's not making us money, by the way. So, well, yes, that our line is not making us money. Because you can see there that we've got some earnings going ahead. So, I don't know if this is showing us... this is showing us unloaded and loaded stuff. And this is showing us... loaded and unloaded stuff. But you can see that our money is in the blue, and we're definitely going up. Maybe if we select that guy. You see, so we're in the blue for the tune of 1,807 on that vehicle. You can enter the cockpit. You can trigger the horn. Ah, the horn is a horse. I don't know what precision mode is. Nothing. Honk honk. That's funny. Anyway, you can have a look at the line. You can have a look at the depot. You can sell the vehicle. You can open the vehicle manager. You can set the color of the line if you want. You can reverse the line, which is flipping it around. So it doesn't matter so much. Ooh, although I say that, it looks like our money's going down. 750. No, and it's come back. Oh yeah, it's 750. It's back up again. So it's variable. But anyway, I digress. Right? I digress. What it wants us to do is build a station. So what we need to do is we need to get out of that. We need to go to our build manager for rail, which is what this is. We only have one building, which is this thing. Oh, I must have hit something wrong. Building. Oh yeah, there we are. Building. Oh, it's R1. Takes us across. It wants us to build the big one. So there we go. So now we need to build this, but as you can see, we got an issue. So what we need to do is we need to rotate it around. Now it says set the length to 120 meters in the settings. So let's do that. So that's 120 meters, and you can see that it takes a bit to line it up, but you can see that it's now lined up, and it will let us build.
The terrain is treacherous and requires a few very twisted curves.
Connect the opens end of the track at Devil's Pass, Skull Rocks, and Washington Hill. So here we are, and you can see we come out of here. The topography is a little bit elevated. I don't know if we would need to be elevated there, but it seems like the game thinks we do. Then we've obviously got this gorge that we've already built across, but we have this, so we got to get past this somehow, right? So rail, we need a track. There's our track. This is our start point, and we need to figure out how to get through there. That seems to be as level as we can. We could change the height by going up. Doesn't seem to want to go up. Doesn't seem to want to go down. So it's really there. We could change the bend. No, it doesn't want to change. Well, no, it seems to... I can't really... Yeah, my editing options are somewhat limited. It just wants me to connect through. Oh, I tell a lie. Look what I've done. Look what I have done. I need to cancel that. So there's the blue end. That's now connected. So that's fine. What we need to do is we need to build... Does it say next section? No, that's not it. So, oh. Connect from there to there. Does it say build? Because for some reason it's not liking that. I've got a tick. Um, oh, there you go. I had to just hit X again. Now then, we've also got this and that. Now it seems like it's creating its own bend. That's fine. Build that. And we've got this, which is creating its own like natural bridge and everything else at roughly the same level. So that's all fine. Build that.
Build a railroad route that rapidly transports all the ore to the valley.
Right. All the ore. So you can see over here in Carson City, ore. So we need to get a route from where we are, which is here, over there, and back again. Now we don't need anything to come back in this case, so that's fine. So we'll go to our line manager, and we need to create a new line. We're going to create a line here, and we're going to go over there, and we're going to create a line.
A respectable railroad calls for a proper railroad yard.
Yes, yes it does. So this is the yard. Oh, so how this works with the building is when the vehicles come out. This is the train depot. They're going to go in the direction they're pointed. Now that's fine with this one. Why does it not like that? Is this the wrong thing? No, I think that's right.
A truly well done structure.
Thanks.
Now it just needs to be connected.
It does indeed. So when the trains come out, they're obviously going to head off. Now, if this was pointed the other way, pointed this way, the ore's over here. So the train would have to come. There's nowhere for it to turn. So it'd have to drive all the way to Carson City to turn around to come back again. That would be a mistake. That would be a mistake. So what we want to do is we want to connect, and we'll do that.
It's
and we'll
high
load it
time to buy a beautiful locomotive together with a few freight cars.
Yes. So again, back to the kind of situation. So we need to go to the train department, which is fine. We'll have a look at vehicles. So, what vehicles can we buy? Well, we can only buy the Baldwin six-wheeler, apparently, because these are different, whatchamacallit, cargo vehicles. So I need to add that one. You can see at the bottom. But what do we need here? Well, we don't need that, because that's for people. We're carrying cargo. Now, we don't really know how many units we're going to need. I don't really know how much it's producing. So what do we think? I mean, start simple, right? You can always add later. So we can buy like that, and we can add 1, 2. It's a long journey, and there's only one train because we don't have anywhere for trains to pass. So that's 28. That costs $1 million for that outfit, which is expensive. So we're going to buy it. Oh, not enough vehicles available. Oh, okay. So there's a thing. So let's add that. How many are available? I don't know that it says. Where does it say? How many do we need to buy? Is 2 okay? Maximum numbers of vehicles to be purchased. Not met. So if I gotta buy a third? Not enough vehicles available. Okay, this is a bit weird. I thought... Right, this is odd. Okay. Where is... context menu doesn't help. I don't know where my other stuff has gone to, which is weird. So what are we missing? Maybe we're just buying that first. Not enough vehicles available at this time. Okay. I don't really know the answer to this. Just bear with me a minute. Right, hello again. Yeah, the problem was that I had mistakenly already bought a locomotive, and it took it took me a while to figure that out. That I actually already had a locomotive. So that's a bit of a pain. But I figured it out. Anyway, I think you have to select both of them to go on the line. Is that right? Um, Allocating a vehicle to the line. Um, Maybe not. Just that one. You just select the locomotive to the line, which is line 2.
Ore transport is picking up speed. With a little luck, it'll make you richer than all the silver in Nevada ever could.
Richer than creosote? Yeah, where's his cargo? Hello? That train is off. Son's cargo. So just exactly how is he going to pick anything up with that? That's a bit weird. So that also needs to go to the line. Yeah, train does not have a locomotive. So we've made a bit of a boo-boo on that. So I don't know if there's any way. He's not carrying anything. I don't know if there's any way to get him back to the depot. Where is he? Can I? Hello. Right, let's hit pause here a minute. So I need to send him back to the depot. Right. So let's send him back to the depot. And let's try this again. There you go. Right. So he's back in the depot. Right. We're paused. Let's select the vehicles. So, vehicle selection. That train and that. And we'll set the line at line 2. The train does not have a locomotive. It's something weird here. Okay, I need to somehow manage this because this is not connecting to where it needs to go. So line 2 has this guy. This guy, we need to edit. So what do we have? Right, okay. Maybe it's this one? That one. Can we edit that one? Actions. Right. Let's sell it. Right? And let's go back to there again. No, let's go to the line. Let's go to that guy. Let's go to sell it. Right, let's try this again, shall we? In a slightly better way. So this is the Virginia Train Department. We need to buy vehicles. 1, 2, 3. Together. Buy. Right. Now we've got those bought. Now it's a collective train. Now we can assign that train to this line. And hopefully he'll come out with his cargo. Here he comes. Yes, there you go. Whew, that took a bit of figuring out. Right, let's watch him. So he should truck on down here and pick up the ore. Oh, there you see, there's the ore there, stacking up. Stacks up slowly, but let's see. So how many does this carry? So that was 4, and it's filled this. So this is carrying. Does it tell me what it's carrying? It's got a capacity of 21. Does it tell me what it's carrying? And down here, drive backwards. I wonder if we could change the settings. We could drive it backwards. I don't think it really matters though, does it? I wonder. That's the line. What about the depot? I don't want the line, I want the depot. That's... configure. See configure? So, where are we along the bottom? We've got tracks, we've got platforms, we've got passenger buildings, we've got cargo buildings, we've got miscellaneous. Don't think we can configure that. Where is it? Miscellaneous? No, that's doing that. What I want to do is I don't want him to go if he's not full. This is just picking the line. That's the train. So can we configure the train in any way? Send to the depot. Open the vehicle manager. Right. Actions. Set line, sell, send, clone, edit, replace, configure maintenance, set the color. What does the edit allow me to do here? It doesn't really let me do anything. I do know there is a way to do this. Sorry. But I don't know what it is. And it may be sometimes with these things you don't get all of the options, and some of the options are not available. So yeah, I don't know. It doesn't let me. The configuration doesn't give me the options. It says access, provides capacity, passenger buildings, platforms, standard tracks, etc., etc. What I would really like to do is I would like to change it so that it hangs around until it's full. But I guess that's not the case. We don't have the radial menu available. We don't have the bulldozer available. So what I'll do is I'll fast forward this.
Yes, the deed is done. The first train is rolling down the line. People are dropping everything to cheer your marvel of engineering. Don't pass up the chance to climb aboard and give him a friendly wave.
Of course.
Let's have a big round of applause.
Let's. So it wants me to select the train, which is where is it? Oh, it's down here now. Wow, that was moved fast. And then you select the train, and you enter the cockpit.
Hooray! There's no end to the rejoicing. It's all thanks to you.
I am also. Right. So we need to wait, which means fast forward.
Thanks to your railroad, silver smelting is moving fast and furious. Meanwhile, all sorts of fine ladies and high-class gents get off in Carson City. Make sure they don't ruin their good shoes on the muddy streets. Find out about the needs of your future passengers.
I don't really see muddy streets, but thank you. So we need to activate the land use layer. That's in the radial menu. So you see triangle. We got data layers. We have the HUD icon filter. We have the music player. We have a free camera for running around. We have the state of our finances, but it wants us to get into the data layer. So let's have a look.
Your services are needed to the same degree everywhere in town.
Build a bus stop in each of the highlighted areas. Small bus stops can be placed directly on the sidewalk. Okay, thank you. So you'll see there it wants you a bus stop, one bus stop in a residential area, one in a business district. and one in an industrial area, and you're probably going to have to connect them. So you have a look at your data layers. So residential area green, commercial area blue, industrial area yellow. So that's where it wants us to put the stops, right? It says minimize. Yeah, okay, so that's going to go away. So that's fine. We can keep those there. Now, what we need to do is we need to have a look at the road. So we've got a bus stop. Go to buildings. And across. It's the D-pad to go across. That's why. Bus stop. So it wants us to put a bus stop. Doesn't really say which side it wants a bus stop. So let's assume the residences probably quickly want to go somewhere. The bus or whatever is going to have to do a loop. So let's put the bus stop on that side of the road, and then it's going to come down here on this side of the road. Then it's going to loop around. It's going to come around here, probably on this side of the road.
Make sure your coaches don't miss any stops.
And then we need to put a line on. If I was to be doing this myself, what I would arguably say is, if this is the end of the line, you don't need a secondary stop here, but you might want to stop here and a stop here on the other side of the road, so that people from here can actually get back. But that's not what it wants us to do. So it wants us to just do a line manager, and it wants us to just set up a new line. So we're going to start here. I'm going to start there. We're going to go here, and then we're going to go here.
Build a depot where the horses can be hitched up and the coaches can wait.
I'm assuming it's going to want me to put a depot. Oh, it hasn't decided, but I would put a depot up here so they can service this first. So we're going to have to go to that. We're going to have to look at buildings. This is the depot. I'm just checking it doesn't want me to place it anywhere in particular. So what we can do is we can put it right here. Put it right next to this building. We don't want to destroy any buildings, so we can put it. That's about as close as we can do. It wants to remove that building. I don't want it to remove a building, so let's go there. I wonder if we could put it on that side. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it?
Purchase a few coaches with horses so that you can get started.
3 horse-drawn carriages for passengers. Okay, so that's what we need to do. So let's go in here. I want to have a look. So horse-drawn carriages for passengers. Well, we've covered that the only ones we've got is cargo and passengers. So it wants 3. So by 1, 2, 3. There we go. And we need to allocate them to the line, I'm assuming. So they're all going to go to be allocated to the line. There's only one line that they need to be allocated to, and it's that one.
Great. The first passengers are already waiting.
Right. Interesting that one turned around that way. That doesn't matter. You can see that they're heading off. He's gonna hit that guy! Oh! Whew. Listen, mate. Mrs. Sir, madam, sir? There's nobody there. Nobody there. So there's nobody waiting. Let's have a look at the other one. Is anyone waiting here? Where? They're not my horse and carriages. I don't know whose horse and carriage they are. Anyone here? Are you waiting, sir? No. No waiting. No waiting. No waiting. No waiting. What if
the Territorial Enterprise reports a beast is up to no good in the area. According to eyewitnesses, it leaped from tree to tree, was at least 10 feet tall, had a shaggy black pelt, and enormous feet.
I suggest disinformation is at work here.
The reporter, a certain Mr. Clemens, has revealed his source to you. An old good-for-nothing by the name of Sam Hawkins. He's supposed to be in the saloon in Virginia City. Could be it means buying him a couple of shots of hard liquor before he comes up with the truth.
I should imagine he's had enough hard liquor if he's convinced that there's some shaggy 10-foot tall beast sleeping from tree to tree. Nobody's using my line. There's nobody waiting. So I don't know what's going on. I'm assuming it's working as intended, in that, you know, my wagons are running. Ooh, what's this? Yay! I've picked someone up, although I don't seem to be going anywhere. Why am I not going anywhere? Excuse me, sir. Oh, there we go. We have a passenger. Yay! So we've started. Anyway, some turkey in Virginia City in a saloon. Where is he? Here he is. Where is the saloon? Is that a commercial building?
The good man was happy to provide information.
I
The
bet.
monster got a few feet taller with each whiskey you bought him. Word has it that it gobbles up whole cows, picks the remains out of its teeth with a wagon tongue. Our informer thinks it's hanging around near the Ponderosa Ranch, if he's not mistaken.
I think he's pretty much mistaken. Where on earth is the Ponderosa Ranch? Oh, here it is.
Old Cartwright and his son didn't take too kindly to your visit to the Ponderosa Ranch. Apparently you're not the first to be hot on the monster's heels. The rancher claims that dozens laid siege to their land, but just when he was about to run them off, they hurried away towards Lake Tahoe with a paper hot off the presses in their hands.
Really?
The Territorial Enterprise reports. The wild man is dead. His body was committed to the waters of Lake Tahoe, where it will sink to a depth of over 600 feet, be encased motionless in a block of ice, and shrink to the size of a small child due to the high pressure. Well, guess not much can be done about that.
I mean, there's so many mistakes with everything about that. I don't know if Lake Tahoe is 600 feet deep. Ice forms on the top of lakes, not on the bottom. And at 600 feet, the pressure is going to do nothing. So, I don't know. That's all very weird. Very strange. Very strange. Anyway, how are we getting on with our passengers? We transported 2. Womp, womp, womp. Is anybody waiting? Oh, look, there's a woman waiting. What about you? What about you over here? Is there anybody waiting? Yeah, there seems to be a woman waiting. Right. Let's speed time along, shall we? And see how we do. I was just thinking, while we're waiting, should we check our finances? So, here's what's been happening. So, I'm not... Yeah, so here we are. It seems like we're ticking down. The cost of our vehicles is plummeting. The value of our stuff is plummeting. Our profit is down, of course, because we've been buying loads of stuff. It doesn't tell me what my kind of profit and loss per hour is. That's what I'm trying to work out. 108,729. I mean, it seems to be that we're definitely going down, right? So if we're definitely going down, that's definitely a problem. What it says here is the road is not making us any money. So what we should probably do is go back over to Virginia City, and we were shipping logs, right? But it seems like that is no longer possible. So I think actually we want to go to Vehicle Manager. So our Vehicle Manager here for line 1 is these things. So on line 1, that That, that. Can we sell in bulk? Sell all of them. Right, that sorts that out. So that gets rid of that. And we then don't need to worry about that whatsoever. Right, now let's have a look. It still shows a loss. Why is it showing a loss? What is that? Right, okay. Hopefully maybe that will change. Because I've gotten rid of some of that stuff. So hopefully this should be a problem. Not be a problem. In theory, I suppose what I could do is this here. I don't know if I can sell a building. Oh, we need to have the bulldozer. We don't have the bulldozer active yet. So so we're trying to resolve a little bit of pieces, but I might be getting ahead of myself because I'm thinking in advance. We just need to cart one more person, and we'll be over this transport and passengers task.
Where not too long ago there was nothing more than a dreary two-bit town, a magnificent little city now flourishes, thanks to your transportation services. The locals even call it the miracle of Carson City. More and more people want to try their luck there. Obstacles shouldn't be put in their way. Get into the passenger business. Your tickets will be the hottest item in town. Make sure that the rest of the world is finally connected to Carson City, a veritable boom town.
Right, build a passenger station and connect it with the passenger station in Reno. Right, okay, so this is where we are here. So, right. What we need to do is we need to get into the train business. We want a building. We want a passenger station. You get a cargo terminus. It's passenger station. So that's going to want to be here. Interesting, really. We're going to have to remove a building. You see the costs vary as well depending on the land. So if we come in here, 365,000. Yoinks. So if we go to there, 365,000. We go there. That's must be connected. Must be connected. So still wants to be connected. That's 316,000. So that gets us close enough. 165,000. So save ourselves a bit of money. There we go. Now then, it's just talking about that. We want tracks. So we need to have a look at tracks. Where on earth is Reno? There we are. So Reno already has a track. So what we want to do is we probably want to try and keep the cost down. So again, you see 27, 26. So we probably want to come out and try and keep it around the contours of the land. This is probably essentially pretty straight. It's going to cost what it's going to cost. We're probably going to come into about here, I think. Will that get us connected? What do we need? Collision. There we go.
Buy a train arrangement that brings people from all over the world to Carson City.
Locomotive and 3 passenger carriages. So we need a train depot though. Is there a train depot down here? There isn't. So if we wanted a train depot, I wonder if it's going to let me do this or if I'm thinking ahead. So what I want to do is I want to go there. I want to go to buildings. I'd like to build a depot. I'd like to build a depot here-ish. I think. And a track to connect. Let's get in there. Too much curvature, too much slope. Ooh. Oh, this could be a mistake. This could be a mistake. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to... Oh, I can bulldoze that. So let's bulldoze that, because that would... Now we need to build a depot. Maybe we'll build a depot on this side. Yes. This way round. Right. Track. It likes that. Oh, sorry. Right. And I think, what did we say? The Carson City train depot? I guess that's where we are, right? We want one of those and 3 of those.
Time to inaugurate the line from Reno to Carson City, the town built on silver.
And create a line, which is fine. So we need our line manager, which is here. And we're going to create a new line. And it's going to go from there to Reno. And back again. Does it need to pick up people from here? I'm not sure. I think it just goes back and forward. I think that's probably fine. But what we do need to do is we need to allocate a vehicle. And we have...
You barely got away from the cart rat, boys. Now get a respectable load of logs down to the valley as fast as possible before the ranchers come back again.
Thank you, but I was in the middle of doing something. Right, okay. Vehicle manager, like I say, there's a train here. I want to allocate that to a line, which is line 4.
We're off and running. Everyone is dead set on riding your beautiful railroad.
You betcha, baby. Right, let's watch that get going. But essentially that's it. So yeah, that's the first hour. So you can see that there's a lot of transport management, and there's a few bits and pieces and everything else. I don't know, you know, it's got some legs. I feel. I really feel like it might have some legs. You know, one of those things you possibly get into once you learn a little bit more about, you know, selection of routes and upgrading routes and doing all this and all that. So yeah, anyway, there you go. This is the game. This is what you can face. This is all of the fun, I guess. So yeah. Woo, I don't know. Is it up to you? Do we use this instead in the advent of Cities Skylines 2? It's not quite the same. You're not building cities or expanding cities. At least I haven't seen anything yet. But I mean, there's boats and airplanes, and there's other things. Perhaps there's roads, so you can build streets and expand streets. And there's other bits and pieces. I mean, we've touched on parts of the game, but not all of the game. So yeah, I don't know. It's certainly worth having a little crack at, possibly. Yeah, let me know what you think. Do click the like button. Do subscribe to the channel. Do click the bell notification so you know when the next one of my videos is coming out. And I will see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now.
PlayStation